St. Francis Fall for Greenville was a showcase of local restaurants. We had over 40 different restaurants showcasing almost 200 menu items. We also had 6 stages of musical entertainment, culinary demonstrations, restaurant competitions, and much more.
Fall for Greenville is definitely an opportunity for restaurants to debut a part of their menu if you've never been to a restaurant before. There were several restaurants that were in Fall for Greenville that I've never been to, so it's a great way to sample their food, meet their people, see what their style was like, and then it's a great way to publicize their restaurant.
St. Francis Fall for Greenville is not only one of the largest events in Greenville, it's also one of the largest events we have in the Southeast.
We had record-breaking people Friday night at 5 o'clock at Festival Open. Streets were as deep as they were wide, sidewalks were as deep as they were wide. It's hard to figure out an exact number. It was definitely well over a couple 100,000 people each day. Friday was probably our biggest Friday night ever.
It's definitely an event that people like to come out and bring the entire family. They'll come out multiple times because we just have tons of great activities and great food to taste throughout the weekend. Obviously, St. Francis Fall for Greenville's biggest focus is the food. People can come out and try everything from American to Asian, all of the sights and the aromas that are going on Main Street over the course of the 3 days. You can't help but want to sample all of the different food that is in front of you.
The restaurants have to, it's a really hard weekend for them, but they have to gauge how much product to bring in. Most of them have a restaurant, you know, an inside restaurant right nearby. Some of them don't, so they're going back and forth to their locations. It's taxing on the amount of employees that are working the booth, and then of course that are back at the restaurant. A lot of prep ahead of time with food, and then a lot of prep on site. So they're hustling. I mean, they're selling, you know, there's lines at every booth, and they're selling all day long for 3 days.
The Bank of America Wine Garden was a great opportunity for people that are wine connoisseurs and want to sample some different types of wines. We had an entire area dedicated to that. They also were able to kind of relax and listen to jazz and blues on the Brown Street Club stage that was in that area. St. Francis Fall for Greenville is known for its musical entertainment. We were fortunate this year to have 6 different stages, which is the most we've ever had. This year we had over 50 different musical acts going on throughout the weekend. We had jazz and blues going on the Brown Street Club stage. We had Americana, blues, country, rock and roll going on the 5 other stages that were at the event as well.
Will Young, our entertainment coordinator, works probably a good 6 months on booking entertainment for the different stages that we have throughout the festival. The bands were phenomenal. You know, it's everything from beach music to country to rock to indie to kind of folky. I mean, it was really good, male-female mix, a lot of diversity, and look for a lot more diversity in the years to come. So we only hope that continues to grow.
It's amazing how many people come out for all of the different musical acts that we have featured throughout the weekend.
So on our Peace Center Amphitheater stage, we had some culinary competitions, basically some local chefs from our restaurants on Main, or local in Greenville, demonstrating how to prepare a meal or how to prepare a dish and walking you through the steps and the ingredients and how to prepare it. And that was a great feature for us to have on the Peace Center Amphitheater stage to give people that insight of how it is prepared.
Throughout the St. Francis Fall for Greenville weekend, we had some great competitions going on. We had the jalapeno pepper eating contest. We also had a chili cook-off. We had some great restaurant competitions as well, which included a bartender's mix-off, a back-of-house race, and then we also had a waiter's race. So great opportunities for the restaurants to get involved with the event as well. The great thing about St. Francis Fall for Greenville is that we dedicated an entire block to children's activities. We had the Zaxby's kids area that featured all kinds of children's rides, and then we also had the Feeling Good in Greenville, St. Francis area that had great musical entertainment all weekend long for the entire family.
Sticky Fingers had a green frog that roamed between their restaurant and their booth. St. Francis had a nurse that roamed from their stage and then throughout the whole event site. Zaxby's had a character as well. You know, the kids love the funnel cakes, the kids love the candy apples. You know, there's certain food that is definitely for the kids, and adults as well, but definitely designed for the kids.
St. Francis Fall for Greenville would not be possible without our community partners. We're fortunate this year that we had some great businesses and companies in the local area that helped contribute to making the event a huge success.
Angie Prosser, our director, did an amazing job with the sponsorships this year. Sponsorships are a key to make everything happen. We have several stages. We have all the competitions, all the entertainment that gets sponsored, you know, the event itself getting sponsored. There's a lot of cost that goes into an event this size. So sponsorships are the key to making an event this size happen. And we're very grateful for them.
The fact that we have these community partners helps us to keep the event free for all the attendees that come each and every year. Over the course of St. Francis Fall for Greenville, we had 1,800 volunteers. If you came out for the 3-day event, you noticed them in the bright neon green shirts, and they were pretty much everywhere. They helped us with tickets, they helped us with wristbands, there are beer pourers, there are wine servers.
We had volunteers, and it wasn't just like, okay, Friday your volunteers show up. You had 3 different shift changes maybe on Friday, or 2 different shift changes on Friday, and you had 3 on Saturday, and you had 3 on Sunday. So it was a constant rotation of volunteers.
St. Francis Fall for Greenville would not be able to be as successful without the support of our volunteers. People that attend the 3-day festival may not realize that not only are they helping support the local community by coming out and sampling food, but they're also supporting 5 local nonprofits. Over the past 5 years, we've donated almost $200,000 to local charities.
The best thing, you know, about working an event like this, you know, we all have our desk jobs that we're inside, but when you actually can work really hard behind the scenes putting an event on this, and then all of a sudden the festival opens at 5 o'clock and you can feel all the energy and you see all the people coming in and everybody's having such a great time. That's why we do what we do. And I think every department that works for the city and puts on an event like this can sit back and say, ah, you know, I did this. People are out enjoying it with their family and with their friends and coming down and having a really good time in downtown Greenville.
We are truly fortunate to be a part of such a great event that just continues to grow and become even more popular each and every year, and we're looking forward to an even bigger and better St. Francis Fall for Greenville next year as we celebrate our 30th anniversary.